Constantinople, now it's Istanbul. Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul. Constantinople, so if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul. Istanbul. Istanbul, even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. You just liked it better that way. Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul. Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Constantinople, no, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at your door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Late Show. I am your host, Stevie Craig Ferguson. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you very much. All right. Yes. I know. I'm completely bowled over by your genuine enthusiasm, which is in no way connected to free candy. Some people will do anything for chocolate. And I'm one of those people. Oh, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes. Great day for America. No, it actually is. It is a great day for America. Rush Limbaugh said today that he might change his mind about something. I'm like, what? Yeah. He said he might actually support President Obama's nominee for the Supreme Court. I'm like, ooh. Sounds like someone's got a new prescription. And Osama bin Laden put out a new audio tape today, and I'm like, you're a bit behind the times, you know. We don't use the audio tape. Everyone Twitters now, Osama. We don't do that. And he brought out an audio tape, and the experts say the tape was recorded recently because it's mostly ranting about how Susan Boyle got robbed. No. She has the voice of an angel, damn it. Oh, you will pay for this. Do you know in upstate New York, police tried to arrest an Amish guy for driving drunk? It's true. And he got away in a horse and buggy. The police suspected he was drunk when he stopped to fill the horse with gas. Now, the only reason I say that... That's a true story. But the only reason I'm telling you is because Jay Leno's off there, and he would have loved that. So he'd be like, yeah, that's true. I didn't remember the It was also announced today that Paul McCartney will be christening the new Met Stadium. He played a couple of times at that old stadium, and a lot of New Yorkers are nostalgic for that ancient relic, and the stadium too. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. I love Paul. He's getting up there a bit, but he looks fantastic. Do we have a picture of Paul McCartney? There he is. Come on. Come on. Look at that. It was another... There's a woman over there like, that's not... I always catch the eyes of the ones that hate me. I don't know what it is. They're like, I was like, you look around and it's like, ah! And then there's somebody who's like... And I'm thinking, that's the attractive one. Anyway, it was a very busy day for President Obama because he's over in the Middle East. Now, don't worry, Joe Biden's running the country. Now, listen, you can say what you like about President Obama, but he's not afraid of the tough challenges. Or challenges. What are those, Craig? It's a European thing. Anyway, challenges. Last week, the president rescued GM. This week, he's off to the Middle East. Next week, his toughest challenge yet, trying to save John and Kate +8. If you don't know John and Kate +8, it's like the Octomom, but with twice the crazy. Anyway, sooner or later, though, every president has to go to the Middle East. President Bush went to negotiate agreements on oil prices. Clinton went to negotiate on oil wrestling. You know how I like my oil? I like it crude. Rub it on. Who's that? Is that Clinton? It sounds like Foghorn Leghorn or something. Foghorn Leghorn in a porn. It's like Pornhog Leghorn. Ah, yeah. Anyway, President Obama is over there now. He's spending tonight in Saudi Arabia. He's staying at a farmhouse of the leader, King Abdullah. And I'm thinking it probably won't be an ordinary farmhouse. You know, it probably has haystacks made of gold. Cows with ruby udders. By the way, Ruby Udders is the name I used to dance under back in the day. Gentlemen, please welcome Ruby Udders, Black Velvet. Anyway, people were like bringing dollars out there. It was like, I've been to the Middle East. I've been to a couple of countries in the Middle East. A couple of years ago, I went to Bahrain, which is just east of Saudi Arabia. I went on a USO tour, you know, for the troops. As if those poor soldiers don't suffer enough. I went anyway. And I went, the tour guide took me to a Bahraini nightclub, and there was a belly dancer that night, and she had a little, she had a little junk in the trunk, you know, a little rubble in the bubble. A little Iran in the can. What I'm saying is that she was a larger lady, and she came out and she was wearing belly dancer stuff, and she didn't really have to dance, she just slapped herself and then the jiggling kind of... And eventually I had to leave, but I was like, oh, she could still be going for all I know. I have to get back there. Anyway, I've also been to Istanbul, not Constantinople. Istanbul in Turkey, and I was expecting, you know, like a crappy little town, tents, you know, huts, like Reno or something. It's a guy from Reno over there going, ha 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 ha. He didn't think it was funny, he's just dealing with the crystal meth. But oh, that's right, they don't take crystal meth in Reno, I made that up. Anyway, it's nothing like that. It's an amazing city, Istanbul. I went shopping, because no matter where I am, I have to go to the mall. And who is this? Who is that? Why have I become this tonight? I'm like, I can remember back when I was Ruby Udders, and now Anyway, I go to this big, you know, market in Istanbul, and I'm trying to find a genie in a lamp, you know, because they have all those lamps, and I want one of those sexy genies, like in I Dream of Jeannie, where they used to have... Remember the dream? Oh, master, how may I please you? I used to watch that when I was a kid, and she was always being all sexy with the master, and he's like, oh, please. He just wanted to wait for his astronaut friend Roger to come over. And even as a kid, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? It should have been called that show, I Dream of Weenie. That's what it should have called. Genie, don't annoy me. True. Anyway, when I was in Istanbul, I bought a carpet. And it's very difficult to bring a carpet home through customs, especially when it's stuffed with hashish. I'm kidding, for legal reasons. No, I thought it would be a carpet, like a magic carpet, like Aladdin. You could just fly it home. But anyway, I carried this carpet home all the way home, and I put it down when I got it home. It's just a small carpet, and I left it overnight, and I woke up in the morning, and the dog had eaten it. I know. It's not funny, it's just true. One thing I'd like to clear up about the Middle East, though, and this is true. They love Americans there. That's absolutely true. You know, people are like, oh, they don't hate us over there. They have some problems with some policies sometimes, but they love American culture. They love American clothes. They love American movies. And everybody in the Middle East is like, oh, I love Bruce Willis. Do you know Bruce Willis? And I'm like, Bruce Willis? I'm like, oh, he's the greatest action hero ever. I'm like, Bruce Willis? People keep asking you, oh, America, do you know Bruce Willis? Eventually, I just said, yes, I do know him, and he's a great kisser. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back, everybody.
If your life leaves you with questions, seek advice from under the sea. Dear Aquaman, please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Greetings, it is I, Aquaman. Think of me as a damp Dr. Phil. Thank you, Barbara. When did you get the hook out of your mouth? Dear Aquaman, who is your daddy? It's a very good question. Here he is, Aquadad. Aquadad. Swim faster, you old bastard. All right.
They don't make Aquaman like they used to. This ocean is drafty.
I'll ask you something.
All right.
Why isn't your beard wet?
My pants are.
Yep, this is what I've got to look forward to then. Get off.
Who said that?
Why'd you need sunglasses under the water, you silly old coot?
Who's talking?
Shut up! I hate him. He doesn't understand me.
Please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big show where we've got 3 minutes left after that epic Aquaman. Was that like an hour and a half of Aquaman? I mean, I don't mind Aquaman, but that took a long time. I'm like, what is this, Benjamin Button or something? I got something in my eye there. It's probably because I said Benjamin Button and some kind of Brad Pitt superpower just zapped me in the eye. Do you know something? I saw Brad Pitt in a Starbucks in LA like about 3 or 4 days ago. I know you think I'm lying. I'm not lying. I went in. It was very early in the morning, and I went into this Starbucks, and Brad Pitt was there, and I'd met him. It was 6:30 in the morning in the Starbucks, and I walk in, and I was with my wife. Oh yes. And Brad Pitt was there, and I had seen him at this Hollywood event before, so he kind of went, like that, and I was like, oh, aye. And then, so I get my, latte and my jazz CD, and then we left, and my wife said to me, was that Brad Pitt? And I went, yeah. And she said, what's he doing in a Starbucks at 6:30 in the morning? I'm like, he has 6 kids. They don't make mansions big enough for that. 6 kids is like, oh yeah, Angelina, I gotta go out, I'm working on a movie. Do you know what else happened today? I'm full of celebrity stories today. Like, I go to another Starbucks, different Starbucks today, and I'm getting my, my latte and my jazz CD, and And I run into Joel McHale. You know Joel McHale, right? Joel McHale from The Soup on the E. You know, he does The Soup. He's Joel. Everybody loves him. He's got the thin tie. He's very tall. And I'm talking to him outside the Starbucks, and this paparazzi guy comes up and he starts taking photographs. And I'm like, where's Brad Pitt? And he's taking photographs of me and Joel McHale. And my wife is still there. She's been hanging around me for months now. She's there, and then she goes, look, and there's the paparazzi guy comes up and he starts taking photographs, and I'm like, well, let's give him a show. So Joel and I hold hands and start pretending that we're like, oh, and then we're looking at my wife going, ah. So I hope that makes the newspapers. It probably won't, though. That's when you know you're really, you know, the middle of the night guy on CBS. Like, look, we've exposed him as what? Nobody cares. Anyway, I can't be yakking to you about my life. Actually, I can. Because we get nothing else. No, we do. We got the emails. Do we have time for the emails tonight? Yes. All right. This is from Jerry in Pensacola in Florida. Jerry says, Dear Craig, do you know a good puppet choreographer? No. This is from Sarah in Los Angeles in California. She says, Dear Craig, what's with the June gloom in Los Angeles? I thought it was supposed to be sunny here. I left Chicago for a reason. I know what you're talking about, Sarah. Look how clear a night it is. Here in LA, you can see... Well, you can't see stars because someone forgot to put them in. But look out, you know, over 12 people in LA have their lights on. This is from Emily in Salem in Oregon. Emily says, Dear Craig, I think a mountain lion is stalking me when I run through the local city park. Do you know how to scare one away should it cross my path? No, I don't. But, you know, what you want to do is not go running in the park. This is from Pam in Fresno. Pam, that's one of those names, isn't it? You don't know if it's a man or a lady. I'm kidding, of course it's a lady, Pam. So it's either or that. What's that stuff you put on for... That's called Pam, isn't it? Yeah? That makes everything delicious. Do they advertise on CBS? Because they do now, clearly. Pam, you know, you put it on and, it's... you know, the only thing that makes pancakes taste better than Pam? Going to the International House of Pancakes. They advertise on CBS. They do, don't they? And Ford. What you should do is get in your Ford and... drive to the International... Oh, no? They don't anymore? What? No, they're still... Ford are still around. Come on. Things aren't that bad. Wait, Toyota? Oh, time out. Oh, I see. Yeah, because anybody's watching this show and going, I was thinking of buying a car. Oh, the Scottish Golden guy said Ford. I'm going to go get one. Come on. This is from Pam in Fresno. Sorry, Pam, we don't have time to read your email. Pam says, Dear Craig, I just earned my yoga certification. Oh, do you stretch before the show? Kind of. I don't like to blow my own trumpet. But of course I could if I wanted to. This is from Risa, and I know we're out of time, I don't care. This is from Risa and Selma in Alabama. Selma, Alabama. She says, Dear Craig, do you think it was just a lazy day for the person who named the anteater? Oh, yeah, see where you're going, because there's things called, zebras and, giraffe, and what's that thing? Anteater. It eats ants. Look. What is, there's another name for an anteater. What is it? What? Aardvark. No, that's not the same thing. Is that the same thing? When did you become part of this? Nobody cares anymore. You know what you could do? You could be putting stars in the sky there. We have to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to the show where apparently I said the wrong thing about some CBS advertisers. I'd just like to say I apologise on behalf of me. Don't I love it when like people in show business, they do something like drive their car into somebody's house or something, and then they're like, I'd like to apologise to everyone. And I'm on my... So I'd like to apologise and say I'm going to rehab. It wasn't me, blah, blah, Dr. Phil. My first guest is an actor. Really? Yeah, very good one, though. He's in the new film, The Hangover, which is in theatres on Friday. Take a look at this.
Are you sure? I mean, you love this car.
Doug, it's just a car. Just make sure when you get there to put some armor all on the tires so the sand doesn't seep in.
Absolutely. That's easy.
Oh, and don't let Alan drive, because there's something wrong with him. Well, and Phil either. I don't like him.
I will be the only one driving this car. I promise.
Good. Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Ah!
Except for herpes. That'll come back.
Please welcome Jeffrey Tambor, everybody. Jeffrey Tambor. Jeffrey, welcome.
Thank you.
It's lovely to see. I like your jacket very much.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me saying so, it's a little bit Sherlock Holmes.
Uh-huh.
Do you think?
No, I think it's a little Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you do think it's Sherlock Holmes?
Yes,
yeah, it does. It looks
well,
like
you look great. You lost weight.
I have lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah. And I have to ask you, now yeah, that's good.
What?
No, I'm just looking. I was about to come on. I have to ask you a question. Do you think I should take my gray down in my hair? Be honest. How many think I should take my gray down?
Shut up. You'll get your candy when you're
Anyway, I was thinking about it. So
take your grey down in your hair? No, I don't. This is grey up here. Snow on the roof, that's good. Snow in the basement, not so good. But snow in the...
That's hysterical. Yeah. The basement meaning?
Downstairs.
Oh.
Imagine if I were a department store, I'd say, downstairs to the trouser department.
Oh. But we usually say you're down there.
Who's we?
At our house, the Tambor family.
Oh, the Tambor family.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should talk like the Tambor family all of a sudden.
Well, that's how I make love. I say,
Yeah, so
down there.
you make love down there? Really? Wow.
Yes. I say, down there.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Down there.
Down there.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's working because I believe you have a little bit of an announcement.
Oh, well, don't set me up like that.
Oh, come on. Tell them.
All right. Well, that's such a setup.
All right, then I'll tell them then. Because I just know. You just told me, so I'm going to... Do you want me to tell them or shall we keep it quiet?
Let's just say it.
All right. Jeffrey's wife's expecting twins. Yeah. So apparently, everything's fine down there.
Yeah, I asked her if we could talk about it. That's because people say, "Are you all right?" And I said, "No, everything's fine, but it's good. It's good in October." So,
are you scared? You already have kids, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we have two little ones, and then I have a daughter, Molly.
Is she freakishly tall?
That's not tall.
No, it depends.
That's regular.
Is she
And-
that, like, when you stand up, does that go with you? Like, as soon
Oh,
as
yeah,
she's
it
there?
absolutely did.
Yeah.
She always moves. And then, no, I'm very excited. The only thing is that I'm developing all the symptoms that my wife has. Except, well, I'm developing that as well. But,
yeah, what do they call that again? Victim complex? Phantom pregnancy?
well, not phantom pregnancy. Oh, really?
I don't know. What do they call it? Male phantom pregnancy or something? Yeah, they
anyhow.
call it something like
so
that.
I get
yeah.
that. If she gets a headache, I get a headache. If she has gas, I have gas. Well, that's not nice.
You can't talk about your wife, the mother of your children, having gas on some late-night TV crap. Come on.
She won't watch this. She'll be asleep. And
Fair enough.
and don't say anything.
Yeah.
And no, I'm very excited. And also, there's it's boys. And when
Well,
she,
you know already then. You've looked in the special X-ray camera
no,
thing?
I can feel. No, of course we look. She called me, and all I heard was, I said, "Are you all right?" And she went, "2 PPs." And I haven't heard that since our honeymoon.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
come on.
Hey, we'll be here all night.
Come on.
All night.
Hey, you know what? I went in a Starbucks, I saw Brad Pitt. Have you ever done that?
Oh,
Brad Pitt.
Well, I was in a movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, well, that's different, isn't it? I mean, you expect Brad Pitt to be in a movie. Like, you turn up on a movie set starring Brad Pitt, and then you go, look, there's Brad Pitt. What a surprise.
Now, did he know who you were?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything,
Well, that's very respectful.
He gave me the nod.
Really?
Yeah,
What is that?
he gave me
Can you do it?
He went like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
He's an up nodder, because you get down nodders who go like that, but he's a...
Yeah, and then there's this, which is, you don't want to talk to those people.
Yeah, no.
Those people you want to keep away from.
Yeah.
So, you probably want to ask me about The Hangover?
Sure.
I'm not quite sure that I shouldn't take it down like a notch.
Look, everybody's going to know it's you.
Yeah, or Dr. Phil. Anyhow, it's really good. It's opening tomorrow in theaters near you. Don't do that.
Well, I'm excited. I want
don't.
to see this movie. This is the same guy that did.
It's as good as something
No, it's
about
the guy
Mary.
it's the guy who did Old School directed. Don't touch that.
It's as good as something about Mary, and it's got a great cast. And Ed Helms and Zach. Can you read this? Because I wrote it. Hold on.
Okay.
Zach
who is that?
Galifianakis. Guy is great, and he better be a star or change his name, because I can't be walking around with this stuff on my head.
Do you have your fingers stretched?
These are not my fingers.
Oh, really?
These are extra. I actually used to do what are they called? Handwork.
Oh, really?
Not really. Well, not that kind of handwork.
Well, I don't know.
I haven't done that kind of handwork in a little while.
I don't know.
When you
Apparently
have 4 kids,
not, Daddy.
No. And so it's a good movie. Please see it.
Well, okay, we're definitely going to see it. We're completely out of time.
You have huge hands.
Yeah, I know, and a very big penis.
Let's see.
Actually.
Yeah.
You want to put our penises together?
Yeah, let's do it. We got to go to break,
right
but
back,
while
everybody.
you're going,
Right,
we're going to...
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Look, I want to... Dancy, can you come out here a minute? But everybody, I'd like you to say hi to Dancy. This is Dancy. I just want you to know who I'm talking about when I tell you about him. Because Dancy, a lot of people watch this show and say, Craig, how can you run such a professional and great show with... How can everything go so smoothly? I say, well... What you need is a professional running things. You need the... I am not kidding. This is the same guy who does the Oscars. It is. And I'm like, how come the Oscars is great and this sucks? You're not trying here. Like, I was a presenter at the Grammys this year, and I turned up at the Grammys, and then Dancy's like, and all the, like, Coldplay are going, hi, Dancy, and he's like, knows everybody, and he's cool, and then I'm like, Dancy! And he's like, yeah, don't talk to me. Just go over there and do your little joke, all right? And then... All right, I'm getting on, all right. My next guest is a very beautiful actress. Her show, Burn Notice, premieres June the 4th on... Gabrielle Anwar, everybody, Gabrielle Anwar. Welcome, Gabrielle. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
You are actually. I'm very impressed in that. In the clip where they're throwing the knives. Could you throw knives? Really?
I do now.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. I like a woman that can throw a knife.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. What happened? This is the Burn Notice. Why is it in a DVD if it's on TV?
This is season 2.
Oh, this is season 2.
And season 3 starts tomorrow. 9
All right.
PM.
So you're doing okay then?
I am.
It's been picked up and everything.
Yes, it has.
You're not American.
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from England.
Really?
Yes.
How charming.
I know. Isn't it
Really?
lovely?
Which part of England?
Windsor.
Really? I always enjoyed meeting English girls. I always liked meeting English girls and perhaps maybe doing to them what their ancestors did to my country. I always thought that.
My, what big hands you have.
Hello. When did you do a very good American accent. I was looking at it like, oh, look, American and then not American.
Well, I think they edit around my bad American.
No, I think...
No, they do.
Really?
Yeah, every now and then I say a word and it sounds ridiculous. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
They say the way to tell is to say the word cheeseburger. If you can say the word cheeseburger, can you do it?
Cheeseburger. It's that hard R. You know, we don't really say the R's like that.
I say R's.
Well, yeah, but you're not British, are you?
Actually,
it's going really well.
No, it's going great. I'm actually an American. I'm an American
you are
citizen.
now?
Yeah. Did you
Me
become?
too.
Did you really?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Welcome
so much.
to the land of the free. When did you do it?
Well, I did it very recently.
Really?
I did, yes. I made a choice with some hope.
Oh,
yes.
it was to participate in the election.
Yes.
It's a very moving ceremony, isn't it, when you become an American? I thought I was very kind of...
Yeah, not so much for me, no.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, the whole experience was a little strange, I thought. I mean, I always thought had a very odd feeling about politics. It's sort of like...
But it's not political to become an American.
Yeah, it isn't?
No. No, you become an American.
So?
No, we have different politics here.
They didn't ask you that question whether if there were a war between the United States and Great Britain, you would defend the United States?
Well, that's not politics. That's just common sense.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that things are on an even keel with Britain and America now. Fingers crossed things don't deteriorate any worse.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never do know. But
no, you don't.
No, did you have a problem with that part?
Yes, of course I did. Yes, I'm going to destroy my family and all my friends that I've grown up, everyone that I've ever known, so that I can stay here in this country.
No. You invite them all over and they become Americans too.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
See, I'm not very political, as you can tell.
Yeah,
I hadn't even thought about that.
Are you quite do you have quite a hot temper, do you think?
It depends where I'm at in my menstrual cycle.
Uh-huh. Would it be presumptuous to ask me at what... never mind. I think I know the answer. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, right. Really? Does that a real thing, the old PMT?
Aren't you married?
Yes.
And you're really asking that question?
I've been married 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah. I asked the question at least twice too often. But men have a cycle too, That's actually been proven by charlatan doctors on television. It has. No, there is apparently men have a cycle too where they, go, oh, I'm depressed, and then, oh, everything's fine, and I'm like, oh.
That's bipolar disorder.
Yes, there is that as well. Well, so you're all right. You live in LA, right?
Well, in Miami when we're shooting, so I'm sort of half and half.
So you drive around a lot. Do you get the road rage? Do you do all that?
Yes. I do, but I'll tell you why. I have a damn good reason. I feel like in England you have to pass such a ridiculously complex exam, driver's test.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
It's like getting a PhD, whereas here it's like community college. So I feel as though...
This audience is made up of people from a huge community college.
I doubt it.
Also, I think that I have to be honest with you, though. I passed my driving test in Britain many, many years ago, and I'm not proud of this, but I was drunk. Yeah, I am a little bit proud of it, to be honest. No, but it's terrible. Of course, I'm not endorsing drink driving, but I was, I was a little bit toasted, and I passed. And I was sober when I sat it here, and but it's easy in LA, the driving test. Drive around the block, don't shoot anybody, welcome. It's true, really, isn't it? It is. Do you get angry, though? Do you get angry at other drivers?
Yes, because I feel like I've earned my driver's license.
Right.
I feel like I kind of have a general idea of what I'm supposed to do on the road, and I feel like oftentimes I get pissed at those that perhaps might not have that same amount of knowledge on the road.
What if they feel that they have knowledge and that you don't have the knowledge? Perhaps
Now I'm getting road rage and I'm not even in my vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you're on your cycle, that's for sure. Gabrielle Anwar, everybody, we'll be right back.
If you're going to be in the LA area and would like to attend a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, please call 213-833-6469.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
Look, I gotta be honest, I think this show is getting totally awesome. I know the other late night shows have got, bands and talent and all that kind of stuff, but what we have here is we had singing and dancing puppets and a cat that lights its own farts. That's entertainment. What did we learn on the show tonight? Well, I think we learned that even at this advanced state in my life, even although I'm hurtling towards my dotage and my twilight years approach, I still have the ability to piss off a woman. Actually, I seem to have the ability to piss off some women in the audience as well. No, I'm kidding. It's all a joke in show business. Everybody loves each other. What else did we learn? We learned that the Tambor family are expecting twins. Isn't that delightful? What a lovely man Jeffrey Tambor is as well with his... I hardly recognise him, though. His hair's gone white at the sides. Do you see that? And he kept trying to touch the old snake there. Well, that's about it for tonight. Yep, that's it. Pretty much waiting for the ShamWow commercial now. Here it comes. Good night, everybody.